The name alone could make anyone run or walk a little faster than normal, but there's much more than that to an upcoming race. Here to get us moving with a great run or walk, Grand Prairie Friends. We've got Sarah Livesey, Executive Director, and Ed Wilhite of the Rattlesnake Master Committee. Hi, guys. How are you?
Great. We're glad to be here.
All right, we're going to get to the rattlesnake thing because I'm very interested, Ed. But Sarah, we're going to start with you. And those who don't know what Grand Prairie Friends is and what it is you guys do in our community, give us the details.
Absolutely. So Grand Prairie Friends is a conservation land trust. So we are an organization that holds and maintains and restores these natural areas. Since 1984, we've been hereabouts in Champaign County, and here in the last decade, we've actually moved down into the Coles County area. We actually now preserve over 6 counties and 1,200 acres of natural spaces.
Are these lands that are donated, that you guys purchase, and then once that happens, what is it that you're doing in them to keep them natural?
Absolutely. So all of the above. Some of those lands have been donated by families that want to continue that legacy of keeping them wild, keeping them natural and open to the public. Some of those have been grant funded. Many of them have been grant funded. And our members and donors, we are a membership organization, they contribute annually to make sure that we can restore and take care and steward those properties in perpetuity forever. Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about this run. It's named after a rattlesnake of some sort. Ed, you're going to have to explain. I remember this briefly from a year ago or 2 years ago, but you have to refresh my memory.
Or 20 years ago. This is the 23rd Rattlesnake Master run for the prairie. Rattlesnake Master is a prairie plant. The Indians and the early settlers thought that it would ward off or alleviate a rattlesnake bite.
So the plant's name is Rattlesnake Master.
Correct.
Okay.
And the plant does not work. If you encounter a rattlesnake, don't go looking for the plant.
It doesn't do the job they thought it did.
There aren't rattlesnakes around central Illinois very much, so we're good. Anyway, the run walk, 10K run, 5K run, and a 5K walk at Meadowbrook Park on Sunday, the 7th of November.
And the idea here is to raise money for Grand Prairie Friends.
Exactly. It's a fundraiser and a name recognition promoter for Grand Prairie Friends. A lot of people know us from our spring plant sale. A lot of runners know us from the run. We want to put that whole picture together with what Sarah was talking about in our natural areas work with our presence.
To be clear, there are no rattlesnakes involved.
I believe there are none. Yes, is correct.
You know, I'm not suggesting it, but I think you would get better times from your runners / walkers if there might be like just one or two. Just a surprise here and there.
Well, maybe there is, and we just don't let it out.
Perhaps. So for those who want to run and help raise money, how does that work? Is it simply just through an entry fee, or people asking their friends and family to sponsor them per K or per mile?
All the above, but again, no, mostly entry fee. $30 for the race, an additional $5 for the t-shirt. In the past, we have used the rattlesnake on our t-shirt a lot, but we've gone to more of the prairie approach this time to focus on our real mission. You can register online at active.com, which runners know that site. You can contact Grand Prairie Friends and we'll get you registered. We'll figure out how to do that. You can mail a registration to Body and Soul on South Neal, and they'll get you covered.
Here, I'm going to hold up this t-shirt one more time so we can let people really get a look at it. I'm not sure which camera we're going to here, but I'll try that one. There we go. So is that the Rattlesnake Master plant, or is that just a...
that is a variety of native prairie plants.
Out of curiosity, what does the Rattlesnake Master plant actually look like? Do we know?
It's 4 feet tall and kind of spiky. It's got leaves that are kind of like a yucca plant with little barbs on the side.
That'd be really helpful if I knew what that plant looked like.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm just not a green-thumbed kind of individual.
You need to come. We have events like every Saturday, the first Saturday of every month, to help people get a little more acclimated with the prairie. So check our website.
Clearly, I need all the help
you
that
are welcome
I can get.
Anytime.
Well, what's next for you guys? I'm sure it's always okay. We got to maintain and do what we can with what we have.
Right.
But I'm assuming you're looking toward the future as well. What does that involve?
Absolutely. So our our main mission has been to really preserve and restore that corridor of the Embrah River. So currently we have about 14 acres of the Embrah River from its origin in Champaign County down through Coles County, protected and preserved. And so really that is our strategic conservation plan, is to really look ahead and preserve those river miles. Our rivers are the life of our natural spaces.
And are we trying to get somebody to sell? Is that how you're going to get that land? Or
we are always here for phone calls, but truthfully, we don't go knocking on doors. Sure. More often than not, it's a family or a neighbor that is concerned and wants the well-being, and we want to help be a partner in that.
And that river is the one that looks like it spells embarrass,
yes.
Right? But it's, how is it pronounced again?
Well, I say Embrah.
Okay.
And so I'm going to say that's the way it is.
Hey, say something with authority, and most people think you know what you're talking about. I've been operating under that philosophy nearly my entire career.
It works.
Thank you guys for being here. Yeah. We'll look forward to hearing how the race goes for you. And
come on out, November 7th.
All right. No rattlesnakes involved, but all the details can be found, including a link to the Grand Prairie Friends website and Facebook page. That can be found at our website, which is CILiving.tv.